There are many political parties in Canada. The Conservatives, the Liberals, and the NDP, just to name a few. But possibly the worst is the Green Party. And yet many Canadians seem to be blind to the fact that they would ruin our country. Now, I love nature, but I also like tax breaks, healthcare, and national defense. These are just some of the things that the Green Party would forget about. They would raise taxes and probably spend all of it on trees. In fact, they want to tax junk food and carbon emissions. And what about the war on terrorism? Well, for one thing, they would probably reward all our brave friends at PETA for burning down buildings. And they would also probably pull back our troops from Afghanistan because the war is bad for the environment. Then they would give them the job of feeding the magical unicorns in the pixie meadows. So, as you may or may not know, the Green Party would ruin the world even more than Stephen Harper.
Why do other schools give so much homework? To me, it's just another excuse to give more work. Homework not only causes stress, but is also hazardous to your health. Homework can cause extreme stress, which can later lead to heart diseases and high blood pressure. Homework also takes away the 10 hours of sleep that kids need and reduces it to almost less than 8. Homework can also take away time for other activities such as sports to stay fit and family and friends. This forces you to isolate yourself for most of your life. Homework is work. School is work. Therefore, there is too much work. If we have school, we shouldn't have homework. If we have homework, we shouldn't have school. I think school is more fun. Therefore, homework is bad.
Wind turbines are great. They make eco-friendly power, and they're just a big tall pole, so they don't take up too much land space. And the wind will always be there. It all sounds great, right? Wrong. Wind turbines kill bats. A bat's flying by a wind turbine in search of a moth for his dinner. And as he's flying past, he experiences a sensation similar to when your ears pop. Except he's only this big, meaning his lungs are about only that big. So the air pressure makes their lungs explode. Kaput! And then the bat's left lying underneath the wind turbine, dead, but looking unscathed because he can't see your lungs. And besides, isn't part of the point of saving the environment to make a good home for the animals? And if bats didn't exist anymore, we might be surrounded by a giant cloud of mosquitoes. Would you like to be surrounded by bugs day after day? I don't think so. And bats are so cool. They're the world's only flying fuzzballs, aka mammals. And how cool can that get? Do you really want bats to go extinct? Bats are dying, and that really, really sucks. Well, actually, it blows. Save the bats.
Some people say the guinea pigs stink, but not just the smell, the personality. Like, how can they say that? If you have a bottle of Febreze, they're just fine. And how can they say, oh, because they smell, they're stupid? I have to admit, they are stupid. But how can you assume that just because of the smell? Take their eyes, for instance. Some people say they're black, but if you look closely, they're brown, and they actually have a pupil. Some people also say that guinea pigs are useless. They're stupid, useless, and they're unneeded. Why were they even created? That's just like saying, why were we created? People say the guinea pigs are ugly, but they're not ugly because they're soft, shaggy fur and different personalities. The way you can tell a different personality is like if they're saucy or rude, but still, they're smart their own way. How else could they have survived to this day if they were stupid? How would you feel if your friend came over to your house and said mean things about your guinea pig? Or let's take another example. How would you feel if your friend come over to your house and said, "Oh, your dog is stupid. It can't even play fetch"? How would you feel? You should take pride in your guinea pigs. You should take pride in your dogs, so you should take pride in your guinea pigs too.
Concerned moms. Moms are always worried about the kids. Even though the kids are really good at sports, the mom still doesn't let them do it because it's dangerous. Like mountain biking. You could fall off your bike and the bike could land on you and your leg could get caught on a rock. And other dangerous sports. Moms are always worried about their kids, no matter what day of the year. They don't even let them go down water slides sometimes because they are afraid of their kid not following the rules and going down head first and like cutting their chin or something. Moms are also worried about their kids getting into street fights, doing drugs, and smoking. These are really bad things. Be good to your mom. Try not to give her a heart attack. Do dangerous things, but ask your dad first. Concerned moms. Things that children sometimes don't like.
War. Who likes it? Well, I guess some people like it, but they must be mad. War kills tons of people. In a click of a button, more than 1,000 people can die. I think war is useless. I know there's a reason in the beginning, but is it really such a big decision that it's worth killing people? I'll answer that question for you. No, it's not worth it. But I do thank all those people that do go to war. I have nothing against them. They do it to protect us. I wonder what it feels like when you're in war, when a bomb could drop at you at any moment and kill you, or when you're armed with a gun and tell you to destroy a living thing. It must be horrible. Canada spends $18 billion a year on their military. That's enough probably to feed a family of 4 for a year. The U.S. spends $48 billion or more on their military. That's $30 billion more than people. World War II started in 1939 and ended in 1945. And it all started because one stupid person wanted to control the world. So let's stop war. It's just a horrible thing that kills people.
Everyone knows about global warming and knows how bad it is, but the question is, have they done something about it? Well, I think about it now because each year it's getting warmer and warmer. Some summer mornings are summer evenings. If it increases 1 degree here, that'll mean it'll double the degree in the Arctic. There's a really tall mountain in Africa. It's so tall that it has snow on it, but the people of Africa are saying that it's getting shorter each year. And guess what's causing it? You know it, global warming. There's people like me who just think that global warming is so horrible and trying to slow it down. And there are other people who think that it's just nature. By way of acknowledgement, I suppose I find a lump on my skin and say, I think I've got cancer. The global warming deniers are someone who'd say, ignore it, it's probably something normal. But ones who are the global warming natural phenomenons are someone who'd say, well, cancer is natural. People often die of it, so stop complaining. Don't bother with a new lifestyle. Don't bother with a doctor. People can do many small things to slow down global warming. Turn off the lights if you're not in the room, or when you're in a hotel, you can take the stairs. Even turn off the tap when you're using the soap, and so much more. You can go out and buy eco-friendly pencils and paper just about anywhere. The government has made a rule that all industrial communities must use less fossil fuels, especially coal, oil, and gasoline. That produces the carbon dioxide, the most significant heat-trapping gas. Industrial countries are responsible for the largest share of worldwide emissions of heat-trapping gases. But we need factories to live. Where do our fridges come from? Where do our computers come from? So on and so on. Exactly. Remember, we only have one world. That means only one chance.